Where were you at before the mastermind?
Yeah, well, I was in a period of transition because I had a baby. He was about, I guess, a year and a half old. I
Mm.
had moved from the city of Toronto out into the middle of nowhere in a rural community. And I had left my job as a VP project management, and I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do next. I was thinking about starting up doing some consulting, but really I wanted to have a steady source of income. So I was in definitely a transition period and feeling quite uncertain about what my future would hold, and almost starting to get into a little bit of a panic mode about what I had done and how I was going to um, create an income for myself in this new place.
Where are you at now, 9 months later after the mastermind?
Yeah, so 9 months later, I have a dream job. That was sort of the first goal that I set out for myself and was achieved really quickly after the mastermind. And I feel like the mastermind really helped me to understand the feminine energy versus the masculine energy, because I feel like I was trying to attack getting a job
Mhm.
and be really, really like one of the jobs I was applying for. I was super determined and like, I'm going to get this, I'm going to make it happen. It was a very masculine energy, and it just didn't work out at all. And then one of the other jobs, I approached it from a very like in the flow, I'll write a cover letter, maybe it'll work out, let's see what happens. And like that's the job that came to me. And it turned out that that job was a much better fit, like significantly better fit for me, both from a financial perspective and a culture perspective and a lifestyle perspective. So that's been really wonderful.
All the ladies in our mastermind just basically said, Malia, you are living the dream now. Do you agree?
I do. Yeah, absolutely. I'm living where I want to live, out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by trees, with my family. I have the flexibility to be able to focus on my family while also doing well at work. And I've got this creative element. I think, the main thing is that you have to keep remembering all of the things that you learned, and it's a constant practice of applying those things and not slipping back into old tendencies or habits. And that's just a continuous growth process that you need to stay focused on.
I find super impressive that you were able to, like I said, like you said, move into the countryside, live in the magical forest, work remotely, work for one of Canada's most progressive companies,
Mhm.
which I know you were doubting yourself before. It's like, what am I doing? Why I'm called to be in this forest, but how is this all going to work out? And here you are the living proof how beautifully it does work out when we follow the heart, the calling.
Mhm. Yeah, it's absolutely true. This is definitely the best job career move I could have made. I couldn't have even guessed that I would have sort of had an upgrade, right? I thought I was going to have to downgrade when I moved out here. I thought I'd have to take a job that paid me, significantly less, and that I wouldn't be, having exciting opportunities or be moving my career forward. And the exact opposite has happened, where I actually have a tremendous amount of opportunities for growth. And I am working for an incredible company that I could have really only dreamed of previously. And it kind of just all fell into place.
Yeah, it did. It beautifully fell into place through the feminine flow.
Yes.
What was super helpful in regards to actually being in the mastermind to help you move through these things?
I really enjoyed the process of selecting a goal each month and then also having an overall theme for the year. So just having that chance to focus and then having that layer of accountability to come back and report on it to see how I was doing was extremely helpful. And also doing the reflection exercises at the end of each month to say, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what opportunities showed up, how
Hmm.
did I sabotage what I was trying to accomplish? And I found that I, have taken a lot of those things, and then I'm still applying them after the mastermind. And even, at work, the team that I'm building, that's something that I'm getting us to do, is setting the monthly goals and then doing the reviews. So I find that very applicable from a personal perspective, but also from a professional perspective.
Mm.
Really be able to examine how I'm approaching new challenges and not approach them in a fearful way, but to really approach them from, you know, a more powerful state, and getting excited by challenges and feeling like I can have more of a growth mindset and that I continuously learn. It really helped me to improve how I handle perceived failures or perceived mistakes,
Mm.
so that I can see those things as opportunities. Whereas before I would have really beat myself up or gotten upset about those things. Now I'm like, oh, isn't that interesting? Something to learn from, and I can move past those things a lot faster. It's also given me the opportunity to tap into my creative side a lot more. So I had a photography exhibit where I was showing my mushroom photography, and then I've recently gotten into painting. And so realizing that that creative element in my life is very important for my overall health and wellness really came to being through the mastermind. And I think also just general habits and tendencies were improved. So I mentioned being less critical of myself or noticing when I'm doing it, and then trying to shift my thinking, getting into better habits just around stretching and taking care of my body and listening to my body came through that. Even things like being neater, cleaning up more around the house so that I could declutter my space and then also declutter my mind. So those were all of the things. So I basically feel like I got a number of different tools that I could use that can help me as I move through my life, and especially as I encounter newer and greater challenges. And they're tools that I didn't necessarily have before the mastermind, which I'm very appreciative of.